Ah, sitting there laughing at us." "I am not laughing, Nastasia Philipovna. I am only listening with all my attention," said Totski with dignity. "Well, why have I worried him for 5 years and never let him go free? Is he worth it? He is only just what he ought to be, nothing particular. He thinks I am to blame too. He gave me my education, kept me like a countess. Money, my word, what a lot of money he spent over me! And he tried to find me an honest husband first. And then this Gania here. And what do you think? All these 5 years I did not live with him, and yet I took his money, and considered I was quite justified. You say, take the 100,000 and kick that man out. It is true, it is an abominable business, as you say. I might have married long ago, not Gania. Oh no, but that would have been abominable too. Would you believe it? I had some thoughts of marrying Totski 4 years ago. I meant mischief, I confess, but I could have had him, I give you my word. He asked me himself. But I thought, no, it's not worth while to take such advantage of him. No, I had better go onto the streets, or accept Rogojin, or become a washerwoman or something, for I have nothing of my own, you know. I shall go away and leave everything behind, to the last rag. He shall have it all back. And who would take me without anything? Ask Gania there if he would. Why, even Ferdishenko wouldn't have me." "No, Ferdishenko would not. He's a candid fellow, Nastasia Philipovna," said that worthy. "But the prince would. You sit here making complaints. But just look at the prince. I've been observing him for a long while." Nastasia Philipovna looked keenly round at the prince. "Is that true?" she asked. "Quite true," whispered the prince. "You will take me as I am, with nothing?" "I will, Nastasia Philipovna."
"Here's a pretty business!" cried the general. "However, it might have been expected of him."
The prince continued to regard Nastasia with a sorrowful but intense and piercing gaze. "Here's another alternative for me," said Nastasia, turning once more to the actress. "And he does it out of pure kindness of heart. I know him. I've found a benefactor. Perhaps, though, what they say about him may be true, that he's an we know what. And what shall you live on, if you are really so madly in love with Rogojin's mistress that you are ready to marry her, I take you as a good, honest woman, Nastasia Philipovna, not as Rogojin's mistress." "Who, I? Good and honest?" "Yes, you. Oh, you get those ideas out of novels, you know. Times are changed now, dear prince. The world sees things as they really are. That's all nonsense. Besides, how can you marry? You need a nurse, not a wife." The prince rose and began to speak in a trembling, timid tone, but with the air of a man absolutely sure of the truth of his words. "I know nothing, Nastasia Philipovna. I have seen nothing. You are right so far, but I consider that you would be honouring me, and not I you. I am a nobody. You have suffered. You have passed through hell and emerged pure, and that is very much. Why do you shame yourself by desiring to go with Rogojin? You are delirious. You have returned to Mr. Totski his 75,000 roubles, and declared that you will leave his house and all that is in it, which is a line of conduct that not one person here would imitate. Nastasia Philipovna, I love you. I would die for you. I shall never let any man say one word against you, Nastasia Philipovna. And if we are poor, I can work for both." As the prince spoke these last words, A titter was heard from Ferdishenko. Lebedeff laughed too. The general grunted with irritation. Ptitsin and Totski barely restrained their smiles. The rest all sat listening, open-mouthed with wonder. "But perhaps we shall not be poor. We may be very rich, Nastasia Philipovna," continued the prince in the same timid, quivering tones. "I don't know for certain, and I'm sorry to say I haven't had an opportunity of finding out all day. But I received a letter from Moscow, while I was in Switzerland, from a Mr. Salaskin, and he acquaints me with the fact that I am entitled to a very large inheritance. This letter—" The prince pulled a letter out of his pocket. "Is he raving?" said the general. "Are we really in a madhouse?" There was a silence for a moment. Then Ptitsin spoke. "I think you said, prince, that your letter was from Salaskin. Salaskin is a very eminent man indeed in his own world. He is a wonderfully clever solicitor, and if he really tells you this, I think you may be pretty sure that he is right. It so happens, luckily, that I know his handwriting, for I have lately had business with him. If you would allow me to see it, I should perhaps be able to tell you." The prince held out the letter silently, but with a shaking hand. "What?" said the general, much agitated. "What's all this? Is he really heir to anything?" All present concentrated their attention upon Ptitsin, reading the prince's letter. The general curiosity had received a new fillip. Ferdishenko could not sit still. Rogojin fixed his eyes first on the prince, and then on Ptitsin, and then back again. He was extremely agitated. Lebedeff could not stand it. He crept up and read over Ptitsin's shoulder, with the air of a naughty boy who expects a box on the ear every moment for his indiscretion. End of Part 1, Chapter 15. Recording by Martin Geeson in Hazelmere, Surrey.